Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinals taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Down for the offense. Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the catch. It's Hale. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Leaves it with the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little freeze for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Mack. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mack. He makes the connection. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw it again. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Movement here from the tight end. Trying to pound their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
Brings up 3rd and goal. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the game scoreless.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And they swarm him under.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. 1st drive of the game. You want to pay it off and just put some points up on it.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards, even if I get stopped. I'm starting this game aggressive.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the run. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Brown will throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his back in the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I think 7 from their field goal.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Brown wants to pass. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Catch inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job.
Off he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. He has 89 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. The give to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Brown will throw it. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Cardinal! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw. It's Mack. He's right on target. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Young. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And he gets to the line and spikes it very efficient, and they have a chance to score before the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Fair catch called for and made. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Brown wants to pass. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure, because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Tide! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
squeezing a couple on that last play. Here's 2nd and 12. Brown will throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Trying to get to it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Deep shot for the end zone. And the ball is picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This corner is good in man coverage. He's also really good in zone. That time, cover 3. He's got the deep third of the field, so anything deep down in the boundary is something that he's going to have a play on, and he shows you his ball skills, able to come away with that INT.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. And now
he's going to let it go. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but, man, he set his offense up at the 30. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. The give to the tailback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Stanford! And that one will give them the lead.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Crimson Tide will take over. First and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ball game.
Alabama 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Setting up the screen. Nifty little dance step. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The run to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing it. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge fourth down play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to.
He's off to the races. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Alabama!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up 14 over Louisiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
All wideouts, no backs. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, give them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, And he toasts the coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Brown will throw it. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking for an open man on second down. Stands in and takes the hit. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinal! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And they'll go for 2 to try to win it right here. And this crowd is deafening, trying to will the stop. He's looking to throw. He's got it. They convert the 2, and they take the lead here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Offense getting set for first down. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Using the quick game. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Stanford.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. They'll snap it from the 39, and the kicker will need a 56-yarder to give his team a chance to win. It's good! Reach for a long one, and he gives them the W. And with that, they've taken the lead. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played lately.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.